Alright guys, 2 simple iron farms that can be done easily by all classes. Let's get into it. The first farm is not only doable by all classes, but is also Survivor title, Ironman, and Deathless friendly, so that's pretty cool. There is no build required, and no equipment required. However, I'm going to show you some equipment and attributes that can hasten the run, though they're unneeded. This farm could be done in hard mode or normal mode. Obviously, hard mode can mean tomes and an increased chance of gold on IDs. However, I'm mostly just concerned with materials today, so I'm doing normal mode for the added benefit of speed. It's important to note that hard mode does have a chance of yielding more iron and steel per run, but that is, of course, based on drop and then also salvage luck. This is certainly not a good way to farm Drunkard title in my opinion. You're better off buying ales from profits of another farm, but it is cool that you get a free beer for your troubles. Our next farm is Mr. Cho's estate, and it can be done in many ways, but I'd like to highlight Signated Spirits here, because it is doable with all classes, although Ritualist will of course be the fastest. Throughout this farm, the only thing you want to focus on besides not getting killed is helping body block the enemies from killing the 2 NPCs. This can be difficult at times when you're learning the route, so I make sure to pick up things as I go so I'm not losing loot upon a failure. Once I get to the enraged animals, I typically call it. The animals, as far as I know, don't drop anything. And although I've gone past here to kill the casters for an increased chance at a bow staff, they're pretty irritating to kill and not really worth the time in my book. Each farm takes around 10 minutes and can yield 50 to 100 iron, which isn't bad for something that all classes can do. There's also a chance at some cool skins. Summit axes when you're hanging out with Kilroy, and when you're in Minister Cho's estate, there's a chance at some old school bow staffs which can sell for a bunch, as well as some cool Canthan Marshall skins. So here's some important information. Unless I'm mistaken, no enemy in the game directly drops iron or steel. If you're farming for either, you're doing so by salvage, which is why it is that I cut off Minister Cho's estate where I typically do. Warriors tend to be more likely to drop martial weapons. Martial weapons tend to be more likely to salvage into iron or steel ingots. If iron is all you seek, and you have no interest in steel, make sure to use the 100 gold piece salvage kits, as they have no chance of salvaging out rare crafting materials, which of course increases your chances that you're going to get iron. And also, I'd like to say that there's a lot of other places to farm iron pretty quickly. Vatir, of course, comes to mind immediately. However, there's not a lot of places where literally every class can do it with ease. If you have a material you'd like to see covered next, please say so down in the comments. It increases the likelihood that we'll cover it next before some others. Thanks guys, cheers.